Yep. I don't know if I can jump over that one, but I shouldn't need to. Look at that, boys and girls. She's a gushin'. Somebody touched her the right way in the right fashion to make her explode. And by somebody, I mean Mother Nature rained a lot. We're right off the side of the highway. The spot is a familiar place for people who've been watching for a while. And if you haven't been watching for a while, subscribe. We're on the road to 169,000 subscribers. Monumental achievement. If you guys can help me get there. But for now, let's see what's sitting at the end of that squirt. That tube, tunnel, water coming in and stuff. What is going on, you dirty old stash squirters? It is me, and I was not planning on being here today. But I was closer to here than I thought I was, and I looked on Google Maps, and then I pulled over, and I figured, you know what, I should give it a shot, or at least look at it. And then I got stuck in the mud, barely got out of the parking lot. My tires are covered in shit. I'm parked on the side of the road. I got out, though. The old Crusty Rusty's got the four-wheel deal. And yeah, I got a plopper tied on that I'm gonna try first because the plopper ain't gonna plop itself. And then, yeah, I need to catch some live bait. I like doing live bait here. It's fun, watching the bobber. You guys like it too. Or I think you do. I hope you do, because that's what we're doing. Come along with me and see what we can catch. Stuff and things, but pow. Oh, God, that was sick. Second cast. How did I miss it? I wasn't ready for it. I didn't think it would actually work, but it worked. There's some fish here. Come on, I really want to get the first whopper plopper fish of the year. Not too much to ask. I mean, I probably got to throw it more than 5 times a year, but... Oh, got it! Got it. He's a lot smaller than the first one, but he is one. Bass fishing, stash man today, whopper and plopper. Sorry, that was a bad word. I'll bleep it out. Really want to get some live bait going, but I'm glad I didn't instantly start going for gales. What do you guys like better, top water or when live bait on a bobber gets ate? I'm torn. I like them both a lot. Probably live bait going down with a bobber for me personally. Besides when we caught the pike. When we caught the pike out of the kayaks on top water, that was fun. And if I could ever catch a dang wiper on a top water, that would also be pretty fun. But for now, I'm more worried about live bait and old Bobby boy going down. All right, I need to tie on a tiny jig head and a crawler and a bobber, and we need to get some live bait. But I mean, pretty good start. I know old Benjamin used to catch some topwater fish down here every now and again, but I certainly have not. I certainly have not. But now I have. Now I have. Check it off the list. Check it off the list that didn't exist. All right, before we tie on a tiny jig, I'm gonna try the baby whale. And I'm trying the baby whale mainly because clearly there's a lot of bass here. But also, I just don't have any Senkos or bass jigs, which is what I normally throw here. But I have caught whale eyes here before, so the baby whale might be a better option. Reasonable largie. People on the side of the road, driving down a dang highway. I'm just catching largies. Look at that. First cast baby whale. Maybe this is just gonna be a bass fishing video, you know? Most of the time I put the damn live bait out and the damn thing doesn't get ate for like hours. I gotta sit here for like, holy shit, that didn't feel like a bass. I gotta sit here for like ever for it to go down a couple times, and I usually screw it up, so maybe we're just doing this, I don't know. We'll just play it by ear, all right? The thing about plans is you can change them. Did we count that? Man, the rivers have been flooded, almost unfishable. The creeks haven't been too bad, but the rivers are borderline unfishable. I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you got, and mainly Tyler says it, If you got urban scenarios where water flows from one area to another and it starts flowing out of nowhere, them fish are gonna be there. Them fish are gonna be there, and they are here. Got one. That's bigger. That's bigger, and he's around the pole. Definitely bigger and around the pole. Didn't even feel like a fish at first. That's like a 3-pounder. Damn, bass fishing. That dude's pretty. That dude's really pretty. He's like greenish blue. Man, they're waiting. Okay, not a 3-pounder, definitely a 2-pounder, but look how pretty that thing is. Absolutely gorgeous. Gorgeous. I don't know if the camera's picking it up, but damn, son. Damn. We bass fishing today, boys and girls. We bass fishing. Still gonna put the live bait out eventually. Once I get live bait. I actually have live bait in my truck, I think. But I'm not sure if you're allowed to use live bait that's purchased at this lake. I know you can catch them and use them. So we're just going the safe route and we'll catch our own little bluegills. You know, it'd probably take just like a 15-second Google search, but you know, sometimes it's not that easy. I don't know if it's just Nebraska game and parks or if it's all game and parks in general, but some of the rules kind of aren't necessarily the easiest to understand. Or is that just me? Is that my one brain cell? Some of them are kind of confusing. Man, I was getting ready to say, all right, screw it. Let's catch a live bait. Then old 2-pounder fighting like a 5-pounder shows up. Gonna have to make that adjustment eventually, but not quite yet. Not quite. Got one. Oh my gosh. I didn't know what was happening there, but I got one and it's even bigger. Oh shit. This is wild. That is wild. Dude. Swallowed it. Absolutely engulfed the baby whale. Okay, maybe not a whole lot better, but definitely better. Definitely choked it and definitely fighting like a champ. Discount code STASH, baby whale. Look at that dude's crusty little tongue, and he's also been caught 97 times, but this spot definitely ain't no secret. I've never done this well on bass fish. I catch like 3 and then I live bait one and that's it. Random walleye and channel. How big is that? 2.5? 2.5. 6.6 medium light stash sticks. Still tons of them around. My favorite of the stash sticks and just my favorite pole in general of my entire life. Does everything. I'm gonna switch this over to a tiny jig head and a bobber and fish for bluegills. I've caught tons of walleyes on it this year, wipers, probably a 40-pound flathead. Just does it all. Does it all. Everyone says they want the medium. They're like, when's the medium get back in stock? I don't even use the medium. You can have mine. Send me your P.O. box or your address or whatever. I'm serious though. The 6.6 medium light is where it's at. I want to make some adjustments. If you can believe it, I'm actually getting dialed enough that I can maybe make adjustments to make the medium pull better and this one better. Once we sell out this batch, I'm going to make the 6.6 medium light longer, and I'm going to make the medium pull bendier. I know, getting real technical with the terms right there. Not everyone's grasping them, but yeah, bendier and longer. That's what I'm talking about. Oh, he was tiny. He hammered it though. He hit it harder than most of the other ones. What he lacked in size, he made up for in spirit and heart. That being said, we haven't got a bite for a little while. In a spot like this, you know, it'll reload. It'll load back up, hypothetically. So I'm gonna make just a few more casts. Try not to fall in the damn lake. Spillway, puddle, river thing, whatever it is. think it's like all three. I think it's an inbred of each one of those things. And yeah, try to catch a bluegill if it's even possible. Most of the time I can just see them sitting here and pick out the small ones, the ones I want. I don't know if we're gonna get that lucky today. By I don't know, I mean we're not gonna, because I don't see any. Come on, a couple more boopies. Please and spank you. Totally thought that was a fish. Hook sats are free. I definitely think I'm running into some bluegills down there too. That's not a bluegill. What a jumping little golden bud. It's all right, I didn't want to catch you anyway, golden bud. Kind of did though. I think we'll get another shot. I'm not a betting man, but if I were to bet, I would bet that we'll probably get another shot. Who took the bet? Who took the bet? Who do I owe a little bit of money to? I don't know what we bet or how much we bet, but I actually didn't get another bite after golden bud, but we've only been here for like 10 minutes, so I'm gonna switch over to trying to catch a live bait. We're gonna get old big bobber bud out there. See if old Bobby boy can finally catch something. He's been a piece of trash this year. I've thrown him out like 5 times. 5 days, 10 hours, maybe more. He ain't done much. He ain't done much, so hopefully today he can do much. It seems like the bass fish are definitely up here, but are the walleyes, are the channel cats, and are the bluegills. I'd assume if the bass are here, the bluegills are here, and I'd assume if the bluegills are here, the walleyes and the channel cats are here too. So I'm gonna put on a tiny jig head, get to rip and give it a shot. And hopefully we can catch some tiny ones. El Pequeños. We need pequeños and stuff. Alrighty, finally gonna do it. Who's heard me talk about my tiny little, I'm just kidding. Tiny little golden jig head I got from my dentist. Well, if you have, I'm pleased to inform you that she still lives on to this day. Still living on. And then I got just a little piece of a Fish and More minnow, I think, on there. Shout out to Murda. Maybe it's not the Fish and More minnow. Maybe it's the other one. Whatever it's called. That is not a bluegill. Throw out a whole bass as live bait. Fortunately, not legal, and even if it was, it probably wouldn't work. And even if it was, I wouldn't do it just because it doesn't make sense. Cool. Microplastic bass fish for Murda. For old Murda. What in the hell is that noise? Someone's shit's falling apart. God dang. Is this a derpy boy? Oh my goodness, what is that thing eating? Everything? No wonder there's no bluegills. That dude ate all the small ones. Meaty. I don't know if it's like spawning colors or just this lake or what's going on, but there's a few of them that are real like pretty blue-green. I know I'm saying nice things about bass fish, which is not like me, but I'm just in a good mood today, I guess, you know? I'd be in a better mood if I could catch a tiny bluegill, though. I might just give up on the dream of live bait and save that for another day when I have more time. What in the hell is going on in here? I don't know if there's a hook attached to this, so I don't want to pull too hard, but Bud's got a plastic coming out of his throat. Am I even recording? Yes, I am for once. I want to get that out of him, but it's falling apart. So we're just going to let him go. And apparently, the tiny dentist jig head and half a Fish and More minnow is working pretty good for bass. How are they even seeing it? This water is not even clean and this lure is tiny. Has no vibration. Is certainly not the right color for this type of water. They're still finding it. It's actually kind of impressive. Yaha! He's small too. Hell yeah. That took forever. And he's like really pretty. Look at how bluish green that guy is. Most of the time I still keep it kind of close. I throw it past the pilings out there that are just a little bit underwater. But since the water's flowing, I'm gonna run it a little bit closer today. A little bit closer. Couple pound bass could eat that boy if it wanted to. But also a walleye or a channel if we're lucky. You know, our odds of actually catching a bass on this bluegill have been reduced dramatically because we've already been fishing for bass. But that's okay. I had fun doing it. No regrets. No regrets. Try to avoid the bobber, but back to whaling. Back to whaling. Got it. Got a big one. Got a big one. Got a big one. I'm on the other side of my bobby boy. I'm tangled in my bobby boy. And I got a big one on the whale. I knew I should have put the bobby boy like right in the current, but that sounded like too much work, so. You know, the current's just gonna beat it up and it's not gonna stay in the same spot. Chunky. Chunky. Little derpy. But chunky. Look at that one's upper lip. That's old dirt bass right there, boys and girls. Old dirt bass. I only got a little bit of time. This might be the end of it. Look how fat that thing is. You guys know I'm not a huge bass guy, but bass in like a spot like this, fast action from shore, you know, I can get down with this. Bobby boy. Bobby boy's gonna have to get taken out back and put down one of these days. Are you kidding me? I keep catching fish over the top of Bobby boy. I even put Bobby boy in the good spot. I don't know if this bass could even eat that bluegill though. He probably could. They are called large-mouthed bass for a reason. All right, comment down below what I should do with Bobby boy. It's kind of a disappointment amongst his peers, the baby whale. Bobby boy's got like 2 minutes to get a bite. Or I don't know what I'm gonna do to him. I don't think I'm gonna make any rash decisions and do anything today, but something needs to be done about his disappointing performances. But for now, I'm gonna try to catch a bass on a whale that's hanging halfway off while I'm sitting on my ass. So that just seems like the right thing to do. Actually, it doesn't. I'm leaving. If you like this video, give this video a thumbs up, leave a comment, subscribe. Straight bass. We tried some live bait. Didn't work. Didn't try it for long. Didn't have much time, but yeah. If you got like a lunch break or something, or you're waiting to pick up your kids from school, find something like this. And if you got some, throw a baby whale in there. Or probably just about anything would have worked, but the baby whale sure worked pretty damn well. Discount code stash67fishing.com. Let me know what to do with Bobby boy, and yeah. Thanks for watching. Road to 169K subscribers. 6.6 medium light stash sticks. Buy one. Merch. Maybe buy one if you want. Or something if you... Anyway, shirts. Thanks for watching. I gotta go. See you later. Stuff to thank. Pal. Good. Bye.